Hi everybody, welcome back to the blind wood turner. What I'm going to do today is a video on finishing. So a lot of people ask me, you know, wow, that's an amazing finish, how have you done that? And a lot of people remark on the quality. So I suppose people are wondering what my secrets are, and the answer is there's no secrets. You know, it's all about repetition, from project to project, keeping the same discipline, being methodical, you know, never rush it, you know, take as much pride in your finishing as you would in developing the form. So what I've got on the lathe here, it's a piece of pine, just a very cheap piece of pine, and I've just turned it into a cylinder. Now I haven't sanded it, this is just straight off the roughing gouge, and it's a pretty smooth finish straight off the tool. I had the lathe spinning very fast and the roughing gouge is sharp, so I'll get the camera moved in a second and I'll just show you what stage the wood is at now before I sand, and then basically I'm going to take you through my very simple steps that I repeat time and time again on every project, and hopefully I'll show you that you can even turn a simple piece of pine into something that's got a beautiful finish. So I'll move the camera and we'll get started. Okay everybody, we're here now, and I've taken the camera off the tripod, so I'll do my very best here, but I just needed to get up close and personal. So here's the pine, just turned, no sanding whatsoever, so it's feeling pretty good. Now obviously if you're going to get serious about your wood turning and you want to be doing pieces to sell, you know, obviously you have to be on your game when it comes to finishing, because like I say, that can make or break a piece of work. So just practicing on a piece of pine like this, it makes sense, because you know, it's easily accessible and readily available pine, you know, very cheap, so it makes sense that you're not going to go out and you are practicing on commissions. Let's say that, you know, you don't want to go out and buy a 25-30 quid bowl blank and not be on your game when it comes to finishing, and then absolutely ruin the piece and the customer rejects it, or you're not happy with it and you've got to go out and spend more money. You know, it will get costly very quickly like that. So practice on just, you know, cheap stuff, and build up the skills and the confidence that you'll need. So basically I'll put this back on the tripod now and I'll zoom it in as close as I think is right, and hopefully the camera will do a good job of focusing in, and then I'll just talk through the standing and sealing and finishing steps. And I think I'm going to just throw a bit of colour on this, some colour, just to make it pop, and that should enhance the finish. So catch you in a sec. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. So basically I'm going to start off with 120, which I've got here. So like on countless videos you'll have heard before, you know, and this is my way. This is how somebody with no vision finishes his work, and you know, lots of positive comments are made about it. So there must be something right in what I'm doing. So obviously I'm having to rely on auditory senses a little when it comes to finishing. It's more to do with tactile senses, so you know, in my fingers. So basically you don't want the lathe spinning, you know, uber fast. It'll wear out the paper quickly, it could burn your fingers, you could scorch the wood, you know. So nice and slow. Don't forget your dust masks, everybody. So basically turn the power on first. So just nice and slow. let's just have a feel off that now. And it's coming along really, really well. So have another feel. You know, it's not going to take much, so you know, and that's pretty much there now. So it's not had, you know, lots of aggression pumped into it. There's just a couple of little imperfections there. So, you know, I'm only using very, very light pressure. And that's pretty much all we need to do with the 120 there. Okay everybody, so I'm on to 180 now, so that was literally 2 minutes, less than that of sanding, and it's, you know, it's a really, really good finish. Feels very nice. So a little go with 180. And that feels absolutely epic. So obviously now you can give it a sand longitudinally. Just get rid of any of them circular marks, but basically this is what I would do if it was oak, mango, walnut, or elm, anything.
10:30. One notification.
Do the same. Sorry about the phone just chirping up there, but that's what happens. So that should be great at that. And I'll just use a little bit of tissue just to dust it off. Right, awesome. Okay, what I've got here now, it's purple stain, it's a spirit stain, so just going to apply this to this piece of pine, and it's just going to help the wood pop. So just rub that in there, and we're going to let that dry for a minute or two, and then we'll give it a second coat. Okay, so that stain has dried, and I'm going to apply some sanding sealer now. Now a bit of colour will be drawn out. That's why, you know, you always put a few coats on, or a couple, just to try and apply more, knowing that you're going to take some off. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. So this is cellulose sanding sealer, cut back, as we all know, with a bit of thinners. So there you go, that's just one coat of that. It'll only take a second or two just to flash off. And then you can either use, obviously, the last grit of sandpaper that you use to denib it, or you can use these abrasive pads. And I just cut them up into small, handy sizes. If you just use a big full sheet, you're going to end up just, you know, tearing through it quicker than you need to. So I just cut off little squares. And it's more cost effective that way, I find. So that should be okay now. So we'll just get it a bit faster. I'm just going to denib it. Like so. And then another coat of sanding sealer. I always apply 2 coats of sanding sealer. And that'll just take a second to flash off. There you have it. So the next step now is to apply the abrasive paste, also known as Yorkshire grit. So this is such, you know, a time-saving thing for me. I mean, and that's why I use it. Amongst other things, it's a time saver. It cuts down on the dust. It takes the work then up to, you know, 1,000 grit. And you know, when I use this, you know, people just say that, oh, the finish is amazing, and this is one of the things I use on every project. So just give it a light, just a light rubbing at first. Start relatively slow and then speed her up. And you keep working this, and now I can detect that the sound has changed. And that's completely all worked in now. I mean, it's not taking long at all. That feels like glass already. So now the next step will be to apply a wax finish of your choice. So it's entirely up to you. I use either friction polish or Hampshire sheen. So I'm just going to apply some Hampshire sheen now. Get some loaded up onto the cloth and get it going. Just keep working it in. You're after the heat to work that product in. It's going to bond with the wood and make a durable, long-lasting, beautiful finish. So that's feeling pretty good. And then my final step is always with the carnauba and microcrystalline stick. And again, this is another layer of protection, another layer of beauty. So we'll get the lathe spinning. I'm going to hold the stick against it, not too hard, and then we're going to melt this in. Turn to a clean piece of tissue. And then what I'm going to do now is just let that carnauba wax and microcrystalline just set up a little bit, just for it to toughen up, and then I will give it a final buff. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to have a swig of tea. Okay everybody, I'm here now back at this little piece of pine we've had on the lathe this morning. So let's get my bearings. I mean, it feels so slick. It's amazing. You know, it's just a 10-cent piece of pine, that, and you know, if you were to, you know, turn a candlestick out of that, or you know, even a magic wand, or anything you want, you know, a bigger piece of pine, and you could turn a bowl. You know, people denounce pine, you know, it's been, you know, rubbish, but you know, if you want to turn pine and make it as beautiful as you can, well, you do it, you know, and good luck to you. Really, this video has been about, you know, showing you the techniques that I employ on every single project, and you know, they work. So yeah, if you're just getting into wood turning and you watch this video, you know, some words of advice from me are, you know, have fun, have lots of fun, practice, be methodical, be repetitive, and you know, believe in yourself. You will be able to get amazing results. It's not magic, it's not a secret, you know. Just get into the routine and it will pay dividends. Practice, having the right kit and having lots of fun, and you'll be able to turn even a cruddy little bit of pine into a work of art. So be creative everybody, practice your finishing techniques, and honestly everyone will be astounded, and you'll be putting smiles on everybody's face as well as your own, and that's got to be, you know, worth something. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for dropping by. Bye.